Welcome everybody, and here we are with another Take a Peek episode. This week we are taking a peek at LetterQuest Grimm's Journey. LetterQuest is a side-scrolling, I suppose technically text-based adventure game. However, it's a lot more like Scrabble comes to the PC. Let me show you what I mean. So let's go ahead and start. We'll go ahead and start up with the same save file I had before. This is my personal save file. I put about 10 hours into the game or so. Now let's go ahead and start. This has been created by Bacon Bandits, and currently they're trying to get it on the Steam. Currently it's on Steam Greenlight. They're trying to get it on Steam completely, but you can still buy it from them directly, and I think you can buy it from Humble Bundle. Not certain on that. So you can see this game's pretty long. I am not even close to being done with it yet. Who knows how long this is going to be. Kind of goes for a while. But it is going to be quite a while. I'm about halfway done. I'm a little over halfway. So basically the entire premise, you get this at the very beginning of the game. You, Grem, you're asking where the closest pizza place is. And it shows you, King Coney's Lab. You gotta go through the graveyard, the Forbidden Forest, and the Crystal Caves. Now, so the entire premise of the game is you are trying to get through, to go get pizza. You're trying to get through all these places to get pizza. Let's see. So, you just go from one to the next one. You start with just one, just kind of like you see here. You can see I'm on 20, but I don't know what comes next after 20. I don't know where it's gonna take me. You also see these question mark levels, where basically these are extra bonus, extra difficult levels that you complete them and you can take a different path altogether. They give you different rewards, and generally they're just additional levels in the game that you can use. Primary currency in this game is gems. So you see the gem count up here. 230 is not much. You go to the store, you can see it. There's some pretty expensive things here. They get pretty pricey pretty fast. The whole slew of different things you can have in this game, and honestly, this game has no shortage of content from what I've found out. I've had a lot of fun playing it the past 10 hours, and I plan to continue playing it from here on out. It's just an absolutely amazing experience. A great game. There are quests in this game as well. You can skip a quest and pay 500 gems for it, or you can eventually complete a quest and you'll get 200 gems for it. So the more quests you do, you can see I've gone through quite a few at this point, but the more quests you do, the more gems you get, and conversely, the more you can buy at the store. You know, I maxed out my health. You know, you can get stronger weapons and better armor, better dodge chance, you know, all that sort of stuff. Why don't we just go ahead and jump in here to one of the early levels, number 4. Number 4 is a good one. So this is a standard one. So let me show you what I mean. That's kind of like Scrabble, but as an adventure game. So there's no time limit. I can sit here and I can do whatever. And if I want to do, you know, lion, I can make the word lion and, you know, submit it. There we go. It did 34 damage. And, you know, all the info's right over here. If you want to know about what the enemy is, it's all right here. Pretty standard interface here. You notice the gems here are at 0. The crystals are at 0. This is how much you've earned during this mission. You don't ever carry what you currently have into the current mission, into the current level. You only obtain gems or crystals. You only obtain your currency, and then you carry it through the level as you defeat these monsters, and then you can continue on, use it to buy stuff in the levels sometimes when you have merchants, or you just get a whole bunch and just keep going. So this is kind of an interesting, not a very helpful set of letters. You can't make anything too huge from what I can see right here, but I'm not paying as much attention as I probably should. I mean, we have an ER, we have 2 N's. If you do something like Lanner, the definition's down here. So there's a falcon of Europe and Asia, for example. Or just, you know, bed. It'll take 3-letter words, it'll take long words, and it'll tell you exactly what the word means down here. So in some of these levels, you'll occasionally find a chest. Basically, you just guess the word, and that will tell you that something will be in the chest for you to get. So just go standard R-S-T-L-N-E. That's not much help. How about O-I-A? Hang on, what? Minor, diner, whiner, winnier, what? D-A-R? No. Or... what word is this? M-P... I have no idea what word this is. Absolutely not. I mean, I'm sure someone watching this knows what it is and is like trying to help me right now. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. It's just... yeah. Sorry, you don't get to see what's in that treasure chest. But sometimes, when you do get the treasure chest, which most of the time you can do, they're pretty easy most of the time. You get something inside that'll help benefit you in the level, or it'll just be a whole bunch of gems that when you beat the level, if you beat the level, you get to carry those gems through. So, dot. You see this special tile here, it's called a crystal. So you push that question mark, you go to the crystal here, you can see this is a ruby. So it gives the increased damage bonus for 3 turns. There are 5 types of crystals, all of them have a different effect. So you have to use it in a word in order to get the bonus for it. So if I want to go boy, now I have an increased damage bonus up here. For 3 turns, I do double damage. So we'll just do a quick try here. Done. Bursted the gem pile, and we got a whole bunch of extra stuff. So, done. You can see I've already completed all the stars here, including the crystal star, which is extremely difficult. But it's very doable. As you progress through the game, you'll start reaching places like Stage 7. Stage 7 is your very first boss. It's 1 enemy, and that's all you get. This is Dust Bunny. He takes no damage from 3-letter words. So you have to be able to beat him with 4 or greater length words. So for example, but would not work. You can see it does absolutely no damage. However, mute does do some damage. And so we just kind of go back and forth. As you create these words, it actually records the entire process, or all the words you do, and there's a little achievement system inside of the game. Be it? What? No. Ah! I'm not getting a very good combination here from what I can see. B-O-M, there's no B. B-O-M-E, tome. Pricey. Daisy. Whoops. Header. Lobe. 3-letter words don't work. Gotta be careful. Nope. Never tried that one before. There's no E, so I can't do graze. How about... Quan... Wait, Quaz... Can I get Quasar? I didn't think so. Let's see, what else we got? This is not the best combo, I gotta say. This is not something I'm particularly happy with right now. Hands. There you go. Rag. Grat. Trog. Trog. Sure, that works. Wasn't pretty, but it was good enough. Grazer. 75 damage. However, what you use to beat the gem pile does not actually get saved, unfortunately. So I make the boss look easy, but again, I'm all the way on number 20, way the frick out here. So all of this, as you go through it, gets very difficult. And you really start reaching some snags here by the time you start approaching the second boss. It really gets very, very difficult very fast. You can see there's 120 total stars to get, with 3 stars per level, and then 40 crystals with 1 crystal per level. So there's 40 total levels. And I'm at 20, so I'm pretty close. Let's go ahead and back it up. And we can go ahead and look at some stats right now. So with the stats, you can see exactly how much you've done in the game and everything you've worked on and just done in the game. You can see it all right there. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this. It's just nitty-gritty stats. But feel free to pause and look at what I've done, especially if you've played the game and you kind of want to compare yourself with stuff that I've done. It'd be actually a very good challenge for you guys. You know, can you get better than Emasculator, for example? Or can you do more damage than Cures? I imagine as you get through the game, you can. But as it stands right now, that's my very best word. It Cures 830 damage. But all the stats are there for anyone that wants to look at them and wants to really get anything more in depth. For those that are achievement hunters, there are achievements. There are all sorts of achievements. And basically, just by playing the game, you're going to get the achievements. You don't really have to do anything special to get all the achievements. I mean, there are a couple specific ones. You know, look for bacon, look for bandits. If you can spell those 2 words, you get achievements for that. Destroy 20 treasure chests. That's unfortunate. That would suck. You know, for doing this one, for example, might take a little bit of grinding. Open a treasure chest with no incorrect guesses. That would be really hard. I assume it's possible, but after you finish the game, it might take some extra grinding to get it. But it would take a little bit of luck. But yeah, there's a lot of solid achievements that make the game interesting as you play along, as if the game wasn't interesting enough as it is. This is a really good game, especially for children. It's very playful. Just showed you some of that gameplay right there. It's not really all that graphic. It's not violent. It's just kind of this silly, cute little word game where you just make words and stuff happens. It encourages you to make bigger words and better words, and it gives you limited resources, so it challenges you. It brings the right degree of challenge, and the way it scales the difficulty in this game is done very well. The game's design is very solid. You can progress through it at a good pace, but there are times when you have to stop and you have to go back, and you have to really make sure that you're fully prepared and decked out to move on to the next level. You know, I could go do level 20 right now, and I would probably succeed at it. But if I tried to do like level 30 right now, if I had that option and just with the stats I had, I wouldn't be able to do it. And so I have to go back to level 20 and make sure that I have all of the gold stars and maybe even the crystal stars in some cases. Because picking up all those extra gems and going to the store to buy everything you need is very important. There are in-battle use items like potions that you can use in the game. I tend to avoid them. They don't really seem to be worth the money to me, but some people might find them to be more useful. And ultimately, if you have a lot of extra gems, you can just go pick up those potions and it'll be perfectly fine. So this game is actually, like I said, it's a lot of fun. It's great for people of all ages, and if you're trying to get your children to start out like spelling and you're trying to get them better at using bigger words or longer words or finding out new words, maybe figuring out some definitions, it could be good for the classroom as just a great opportunity to encourage kids to learn how to spell and to broaden their vocabulary and learn about new words. I do recommend picking this game up. It's about 15 bucks, I think. It was $15. I bought it quite a while ago. Again, it's on the Steam greenlight. If you really enjoy this game, I do recommend voting it up. Get it on Steam. That way it'll get a whole lot more attention. Just going onto Steam helps pretty much every game be more successful. So, as always guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. This is Letter Quest Grimm's Journey. You can find the links down below, and I do hope you guys enjoy it. It's just a lot of fun. If you like word games, pick it up. It's definitely a good word game for everyone to try out. So, see you guys later.